So now we're going to look at direct variations or directly proportional situations. So the generic form of a proportional relationship is y equals kx, which the k is called the constant of proportionality. But another word for that that's more familiar to you is probably slope, or the unit rate, or the rate of change. Those are all talking about the same thing. So an example of that is y equals 2x, where 2 is the slope, or the constant of proportionality, or the unit rate. It's all of those things. Okay, now the thing that's important here, the difference between a direct variation and a linear relationship. A linear relationship can have some sort of thing, number, that's being added or subtracted right here. A direct variation will have nothing that's being added or subtracted. Nothing added or subtracted, which is what causes it to go through the origin. So the origin in a table would look like this, 0, 0. Now, you will have some relationships that go through 0, 0 that are not direct variations or proportions, so watch out for that. Now, something that's fun with a proportion, you can find the slope here. That's an increase of 4, increase of 2. This is a decrease of 26. This is a decrease of 13. This is an increase of 20. This is an increase of 10. So then you've got 4 over 2 and negative 26 over negative 13, and then 20 over 10. All of those simplify to my slope is 2. Now, that's not what's fun about proportions. What's super cool about proportions is that I could find that constant of proportionality by dividing y by x, and it only works for proportions. So you can look at a table and determine if it's a proportion by dividing y by x. So 2 divided by 1 is 2, and 6 divided by 3 is 2, and negative 20 divided by negative 10 is 2. 0 divided by 0 doesn't fit that. Okay, so all of those simplify to 2. You could, if you love checking cross products, you could also check cross products. 1 times 6 is 6, and 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times negative 20 is negative 60, and 6 times negative 10 is negative 60. And then negative 10 times 0 is 0, and negative 20 times 0 is 0. Okay, so check your cross products all the way down the table and see if it comes out with equal cross products. And if it does, then it's a proportion. Okay, so those are a couple of ways that you can check a table to see if it's a proportion. Then, for the graph, hopefully you've got it drilled into your head at this point that a proportion is a straight line that goes through the origin. Now it could go like that. It could also go like that. Now hopefully I hope you can see that this line is more steep than this one. So this one has a larger slope than that one right there. Okay, so the important thing to note here for a proportion is it's a straight line. And it's a straight line that goes through the origin. For a linear relationship, it's just a straight line. And that straight line for both of these comes from the constant slope. Now, an example of a situation that's proportional is I make $2 for every box of cookies that I sell. okay? The variables are going to move in the same direction. And there's nothing that's being added or subtracted. Okay? That's all we have for directly proportional or direct variation relationships. Thanks for listening, and stay tuned for nonlinear relationships.